What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Faking Sports. I'm your host, David Kincaid, and today we got to talk about it. I know y'all don't want to talk about it. I know y'all probably tired of hearing about it. I know you're probably tired of watching it, but I've been telling you since the beginning of the season what I saw last season. Everybody wanted to point the finger at the defense the last season, and I told you if you go back and watch my original video before the season started, that it wasn't just on the defense last year. Yes, they had their issues, but a big part of the problem was the offense putting the defense in a bad situation by either not moving the football or not scoring, not chewing up time on the clock, not running the football. All the pundits wanted to tell you last year that Jeff Lebby likes to run the football. Will we continue to run the football? And I told you that is not the case. I told you before the spring game, Jeff Lebby is a pass-first offensive coordinator. I saw him throw the ball on damn near every first down. Now, will it show you that we ran the ball in the stats? Yes. And that's what a lot of these pundits are looking at. They're just going back and looking at the stats because they say the same thing over and over, and they're not watching the damn game. Former player, former coach, I'm watching the game. I know you guys are watching the game as well, but let me give you my take on it. I took down some notes. Let's get into it. First of all, we came out, we ran the football in spots. And when we ran the football in those spots, we did well. I got 21 points in the second quarter. But why we didn't score in the first? Why did we only have 6 in the third and only had 6 in the fourth? There were a lot of points that we left on the board. Our defense got stops. Out of the final score, only about aside, you can't even count that last one on the defense. I give you about 23 of those points were on the defense. If my defense is only giving up 23, I should be scoring 10 points a quarter, scoring 40. I can play with anybody. If I get a minimum of 10 points a quarter out of my offensive coordinator, my offense, where we have plenty of weapons, this game was not on Dylan Gabriel. This game was not on Jalil Farouk and his fumble. It was not on the offense. It was not on the defense. It was on the offensive coordinator. Now, the defensive coordinator made some mistakes in some spots as well. We'll get to that. 3 terms that I want to use to sum up this game that I wrote at the top of my notes. We were undisciplined in spots. The penalties, 11 penalties for 101 yards. We gave up a whole football field in penalties. I saw lack of effort in some spots. There was a lot of missed tackles. You want to know how you teach tackling in football? The coach puts you in the right position and the rest is effort. Once I get you in the position where you're supposed to be, and your eyes are in the right place and your footwork is good, now we got the technique part. We practice it, we practice it, we practice it. The rest is your effort. There weren't a lot of guys selling out to make tackles. I don't understand. I saw some lack of effort in you, Billy Bowman. Yes, you had an interception. Yes, you played well. But there were some spots, brother, in which I saw some lack of enthusiasm on your part. You are one of the better football players in the nation. Look at your body position, and how you're going play to play. Check yourself, brother. And I promise you, you'll be a great one. But if you want to be a great one, you have to do everything great. Uncommon effort, like BV likes to say. You have it in you. Back to my notes. Finesse football. That's on Coach Lebby. Don't worry about it. We talked about it before. We're going to get into it. Now you see everybody is coming out and they're talking about Jeff Lebby. Who's been talking about Jeff Lebby before the season started? Raise your hand if you've been talking about Jeff Lebby and the play calling before the season started. All right. Defense comes out. They get a stop right off the bat. 4th down. We get the football. 3rd and 2. Lebby calls a pass. This is the pick 6. Y'all want to point the finger at Dylan Gabriel? He deserves something to blame on that. He's in the shotgun. He threw a 5-yard hitch late. High school kid would have intercepted that ball and took it back for a touchdown. I played corner. Those are my favorite. And I promise you, he knows better. I promise you, he knew as soon as he threw it. But okay. But he never gets a chance to throw that interception if Tyree Walker has the ball in his hand on 3rd and 2. You mean to tell me that we don't have a running back that can go get me 2 yards on 3rd down against Kansas? They're 109th in the nation against the run. 3rd and 2. You've had all week to prepare. You have a play card. On your play card, on there, you have 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, 3rd and short. Why is a goddamn pass play on your sheet for 3rd and 2? Or are we just drawing plays out of a hat? I was frustrated from the beginning because I've been telling people this. I've been telling you this, and I've been telling you this, I've been telling you this. And Jeff Lebby has gotten a pass because we hadn't lost yet. When we had the close game last week against UCF, it was some of the same nonsense, but I was waiting on somebody to go to Jeff Lebby and ask, why are you not calling run plays? They want to ask, why ain't Javante Barnes playing? Why ain't this person playing? Why ain't that person playing? Jeff Lebby, why are we running the ball on 1st down? Coach, speak your way out of that. Why are we running the ball on 3rd and 2? Why can't we get 2 yards against Kansas, against UCF? I don't want to hear about how much they've improved or how good this person is on defensive line, that person is on the defensive line. Look at our offensive line. And tell me again, why do we even recruit 5 and 4-star offensive linemen when they have 3 and no-star defensive linemen? We can't get 3rd and 2. Like they got world beaters on defense. Tell me how many players from the front 7 of Kansas is in the preseason all Big 12 team. This was a rough one for me, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but man, I actually thought I was going to be able to come on here and talk easy about it. I'm passionate about my Sooners, man. But let's go ahead and move forward, man. 3rd and 2, we're late, pick 6, got it. Guess who gets the ball again? We do. Very next possession, we got to their 20 going in. We're in their 20-yard line. We're in the red zone. We're about to go score, tie this football game up. 3rd and 3. Jeff Lebby called a pass. Called a pass on 3rd and 3. Going in. We just made that mistake the last drive. Incomplete pass. 4th and 3. 4th and 3. Pass. That's why people break TVs. I'm not going to break mine. I'm not going to let Jeff Lebby tear up my house. But Jesus Christ. Woo. All right, moving forward. Now, that's the end of the first quarter, all right? We haven't scored. That's a scoreless quarter, another one. Keep in mind, we talked about 10 points per quarter, get us 40 points. We should be able to beat anybody. Our defense is not giving up 40 points. That is another scoreless fourth quarter. Y'all do me a favor. Go back. Look at all our previous games and look at how many times we didn't score in a quarter. Like our defense ain't stopping people. But it's making them look bad, man. Let's moving on. Y'all want to tell me Jeff Lebby is sought after coordinator? Oh, when they said Alabama was offering the job, you can have it. Okay, 14-0. We got some work to do, fellas. That's fine. I know our defense is going to play well. I'm upset about the play calling. I'm upset about our guys not getting to have that up feeling of scoring and stops. You start playing with a little swag when you're scoring the ball. You start playing with a little more confidence on the defensive side. But what I was talking about with Billy Bowman earlier, the way he was moving about the field is because he was frustrated. I understand. Believe me, I understand. As a football player, I play both sides of the ball, but the times when I played just on the defensive side of the ball, and I felt like our offense was just giving it up. It was frustrating. All right, we finally decided to run the ball. This is our third possession. It's the second quarter. We come out, we run the football. And you know what it looks like? It looks like the University of Oklahoma running the football on the University of Kansas. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They're still Kansas. I understand they got Coach Leipold, and I understand that they got a few little recruits here and there, but it's still Kansas, and it's still the University of Oklahoma. We should be able to come out, run the football. And that's what we did, and that's what it looked like. Now, we've established an identity. We've established what's about to happen for the rest of this game. Don't stray away from it. Play lights out defense and run the football. I'm not telling you to turn into Wisconsin. I'm not telling you to turn into Minnesota. We got some receivers. You can get your razzle dazzle on. But do it after we've pounded them so much they have to crowd the line of scrimmage. When you got everybody in the box, now spread them out. Let's attack them on the outside. $14-7, man. 14-7. We go out. Defense gets a stop. Offense comes back on. What do? Run. 14 all. We got a ball game. Now, I have two scenarios in which I can work off of. One, I threw the ball on 3rd and 2. I threw the ball on 3rd and 3. I couldn't get anything done. On the other hand, I came out and I ran the football and I got 2 straight touchdowns out of it. Football is not a hard game. It's when you get these coordinators that think that they're so smart and they're so intelligent, they can outsmart the game. You're not gonna outsmart football. This ain't baseball, and you ain't no damn Billy Bean. It's a simple game of aggression and not finesse. Oh. All right, so we got a ball game. Now they're scared. We got them on the ropes. They're like, oh shit, here we go. Oklahoma woke up. We woke the bear up. We kicked the ball off. They muff it. We got the ball inside the 20. Jeff Lebby, don't mess it up. Don't mess it up. He figured it out. For a moment, his brain figured it out. We went run, touchdowns, 21-14. There's no reason to stray away from this. Now we got a little swag. Guys, get your composure. Let's do it. Let's finish the game. All right. Defense had a little blunder right here. Kansas got the ball. They came out 3rd and 8. We had a chance to get off the field, and we leave the back gate open. Wide side of the field. This is you, Coach BV. Maybe you coached it. Maybe these guys didn't execute. I don't know what happened, but it's 3rd and 8. We got a chance to get off the field. We leave the back gate open to the wide side of the field. We got a running quarterback. He escapes. 3rd and 8. Why are we in man? I actually think we were in zone. We just didn't get up there fast enough. Our zone was a little too deep. If we were in zone, I don't remember exactly that play. But we gave up a first down on 3rd and 8 right there. Rush integrity was off. And we actually did this a couple of times, so you'll see this again later in the one that Beam scored the touchdown on. We let him out the back gate. They drive. They get a field goal. We bent a little, but the defense got to stop. So they're getting stops. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Yes, they gave up a couple of field goals, but for the most part, we weren't giving up a lot of touchdowns defensively. All right, halftime, man. It's halftime, scores 21-17. All we got to do is just come back out and continue the same game plan. I understand if you had these grand schemes of, I want to run this play, I want to run that play, this trick play, that trick play, but it's a rainy day. The ball's a little wet. We have the offensive line and the defensive line to dominate this game. All we got to do is go do it. Back to running the football. 3rd and 3. Kansas loads the box. We forgot what was working. 3rd and 3. Kansas loads the box. Everybody's in the box. They got 8 people in the box. You don't think that they were going to adjust? Okay, they're starting to get the run game going a little bit. They're getting some success. Let's make sure that we kind of come up now and load the box. We went back to the finesse game and ran a jet sweep. 3rd and 3. Lebby calls a jet sweep. Okay, fine. I get it. He just wanted to try something. Not against a loaded box. And not on 3rd down. You want to run that on 1st down, you want to run that on 2nd down. Those are the try something downs. It's really 2nd down. 1st down, you should be running the ball. 2nd down, you can try something, whatever, because hopefully you got 3, 4, 5 yards. Your 2nd and 5, try something. If it don't work, at least we got a 3rd and 8, 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, something. Don't run this crap on 3rd down. You're a college offensive coordinator. This is 7th, 8th grade football nonsense. Moving on. Defense goes out. They get another stop. So far, they've given up 10 points. 10 points is what the defense has given up. We're not going to count the big 6. So far, the defense has given up 10 points. And it's 7:32 left in the 3rd quarter. All right. So, all right, jet sweep didn't work. Hopefully, Jeff Lebby is thinking to himself, all right, man, I got to get back to the running game. That's the only thing that's working today. Power football running it down their throats. You would think that that'd be on his mind. Nope, not Jeff Lebby. He went back to passing the ball. We end up in 3rd and long again. So these players see it. The defensive players see it because they go against these guys in practice, and they're seeing this on the defensive side. You think that they're not looking and going, what is he calling? The offensive players see it too. I can tell by their body language, man. It was starting to get bad. We go 3 and out. 3 and out. Special teams with a punt. Bad punt at that. Special teams has been bad too. Kansas got the ball at midfield. They're at like the 46 or something like that. All right, we give up a big play down the seam. Pretty much what happened here, we was in a cover 2, the safety on that side of the field. He got a little too wide. He continued to get wider because Woody Washington, a veteran corner, calling out you now, Woody. We're in a cover 2 and you gave an outside release to the wide receiver and put the safety in a bad position. He had to try to get over deeper. Couldn't cut back inside. He should have really just been already in place, waiting to break on the ball. They get something down the seam. He was still running towards the sideline when the ball was let go. So we give that up. It's fine. Defense holds again. Kansas gets a field goal. Defense holds again. Defense holds again. Defense holds again. Defense holds again. I mean, it's in here. I've already. How many stops have we been getting? And when I say stops, I mean field goals as well, because we put them in that bad situation and they hit. So Lebby goes back. He comes back out on the field. He says, okay, I'm going to run the ball. But he gets cute with it. So in the previous video, I told y'all that he likes to run this where he puts Farouk in at running back. I know a lot of people saying, why is Farouk in at running back? It's actually not a bad thing. He puts Farouk in at running back, so they can get into their spread formation without having to substitute and to keep the. I want to get a power package to keep them in a power defense, and then I want to spread it out and hopefully get some bad situations with some linebackers. But this is the problem. He's been looking at the 49ers and Debo Samuels. But this is the problem, man. You haven't done anything. You need to get back to what works, and that's running the football. Tyree should have had the ball in his hands, but it's okay. Jaleel, man, cover the football up, brother. I do think you have a future doing both, but you got to hold on to the football, man. We can't give the football away. I just, like I said, man, I don't blame Lebby too bad for that one, but it's the finesse, it's the cute for me, because his thought process was to throw the football. His thought process is not to run the football. He is a pass first offensive coordinator. I keep telling y'all this. All these ESPNers and all these other guys are telling y'all that he's a run first coordinator that likes to run the ball. No. This Jaleel Farouk running the ball has passing in mind. Pass first coordinator. And that's not what we need at the University of Oklahoma. This offense needs to go away. Again, we put defense in a bad situation. Kansas 1st and 10 on the 38 going in. Now the defense is coming back out on the field. They're dejected. They got to come back out on the field again because of something the offense has done. That's where his body language is coming in at. They got their brothers together, but now, because we're not working in unison, it's the defense against the offense. And those are going to create problems on your football team. You think the University of Georgia, the defense is worried about the offense? No. Even without Brock Bowers, they put points on the board. And their defense did what they do. I'm just telling you, man, you got to score points. Especially when you have a defense as good as ours. All right, so it is what it is, man. You put them in a bad situation. But we got to move forward. You have to continue to play. Whether you put in a bad situation or not, it's your job to be on the field to show what you can do. It is what it is. That's what you're there for. Do your job. Kansas 1st and 10 on 38 going in. Bean escapes again out the back gate on the wide side of the field. You got the action going this way. Bean escapes to the right. Kendall Doby. He got in kind of in a situation where it was he was starting to make some mistakes. Here he was lined up wrong, feet was wrong, eyes were wrong, everything was wrong. Take off, first step, everything was bad here. Bean escapes, touchdown is what it is. Let's move forward. It's 21-26. We come back, we get a big play by Drake Stoops over the middle. That was one of the 2 plays that were more than 10 yards. Then we go run, and we go back up 27-26. We go for 2, and it's more of the same nonsense. We run a jet sweep. Jet sweep hadn't worked all day, but we decided to run it on the goal line where it doesn't work. Kendall Doby has continued to have more problems. He gets the big penalty. They get to midfield again, but the defense corrals. They band together. They get a stop. until the targeting penalty. This should have never been called. Look, this is the rule at the moment. This rule has to change. NCAA, listen to me. You cannot make this to where this is not an even playing field. Whenever you got this quarterback running around and you're protecting him, once he gets past the line of scrimmage, you have tipped the balance of the playing field. That's why guys are getting ran over by quarterbacks. Because the quarterback kind of breaks down. They don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to slide? Do I have to hold up? Should I go hit him? Whatever it is, the guys have to think too much. And this has to change. Two things. Once the quarterback passes the line of scrimmage, he should no longer be protected. Whether he slides feet first or whatever, it does not matter. Inside the 10-yard line, our running quarterback should not be protected. He shouldn't be protected at all. This is in the trenches. This is goal line defense. You mean to tell me I have to worry about if I can hit the quarterback or not, and I see him, I'm trying to protect the end zone? No. Hell no. That has to change. Hopefully it will be. It's not just the college football, it's NFL, it's football, period. That has to be changed. It's one thing to get a 4 and out. It's another thing to try to stop them 8 straight times inside the 5. It just wasn't going to happen. KU scores, they go up 32-27. As of now, the defense is giving up 17 points. If you don't count that touchdown, which shouldn't have been a touchdown, they've only given up 10. We get a high kickoff, and we have a defensive end on the field on an offensive possession. And he's touching the football. This is being outcoached. Kansas saw this, and they intentionally did this. This is great coaching by them, bad coaching by us. We had 5 tight ends on the roster. Why wasn't one of them on the field? There's no reason a defensive end should be on the field right here. In this spot, we have plenty of players. Most of those tight ends haven't even been in the game yet. And you mean to tell me they're not good enough to be on the field? More coaching blunders. KU gets the ball past midfield. Defense gets another stop. They held them again. They got a field goal out of it. Okay, that's not on the defense. I keep telling y'all, a lot of these points is not on the defense. The defense is playing well. Have no word. It's the offense and the special teams that we got to figure out. To this point, the offense is giving me 6 points. Since the second quarter when they scored 21, offense hasn't done anything. We got 10:43 left in the game. Offense comes out, nothing again. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I get more of nothing from Jeff Lebby. And that's what Jeff Lebby is giving me, a bunch of nothing. But the defense will save us. Kendall Dobie figures it out. Gets a good deflection. He's on his guy. Tip drill, Billy Bowman, interception. Let's go. Here's a present, defense. It's all yours. Take it, have it, enjoy it. Just run the damn football. And that's what they did. We got a touchdown out of it. We go for 2, and we still can't figure it out. First jet sweep. Now we're trying to run the play that we won, that we ran to win the game against Texas. You think Kansas hadn't prepared for that play? You mean to tell me you don't think that that's on their scout team board? That's your job as the offensive coordinator, to break your tendencies. But you ran this play all the way down the field against Texas. Go back and watch the last drive of the game. He literally ran this play like 6 times. We just happened to score on it in the end zone because they hadn't prepared for it. Kansas was prepared for it. They get a stop. This play should have never have been called. Coaching for dummies. This play should never have been called. It is what it is, man. Moving on. 4th and 4, 3:05 left. Trips to the wide side of the field. This is where we should have gotten off the field. I put this on Coach BV. This is you, Coach, because wide side of the field, you're standing right there on that sideline. You can see this. Even if you didn't call this play, even if you didn't call this defense, you can look at your defense and tell what it is. And you can see the trips to the wide side of the field is a problem for you when you only have 2 defenders out there. You have another defender way inside. He's got to get all the way outside. We should have been in zone, make beam, throw to the wide side of the field. Zone that side of the field. It's the play side. Make beam make a good decision and a good throw, which he has not been able to do all game. But we play man, wide receiver runs a 5-yard out through some trash, wide open, first down. Coaching mistakes. Calling zone at the right time and calling man at the right time instead of just randomly picking some shit out of a hat. I'm literally looking at the TV and screaming, why is there not another defender over there? Okay. It's Coach BV, you're right there, man. You got to call a timeout. Okay, it is what it is, man. All we got to do is get a stop. They trying to run a screen pass or demonize is what I call him. Ethan Downs, he gets an interception on the screen play. Let's go finish the game. Let's go finish the game. The defense has given you all there is to give. They can't give you any more. Let's go finish the game. 2:24 left on the clock. As an offensive coordinator, I'm thinking this 4-down territory. I'm inside their 50. It's 2 minutes left on the clock. Everything is going to be a run play. And I'm chewing up as much time as possible, and I'm making sure they use their timeouts. I'm telling my offensive line and my running backs, I need 3 yards every down. You give me 3 yards on every rush, and we will win this game. Tighten up, fellas. If you can go, let's get it done. If you can't, let me know. Let me get somebody in here. Are you hurt? Okay, everybody's good. We shouldn't have no issues. I'm calling 4 straight run plays. I'm letting my quarterback know. I might even spread it out and give him some option looks where he can get the run going because him and Tywee's been ripping it up all day. I'm gonna spread them out. I'm gonna get my run game going, and I need 3 yards. We don't get it. 2:24 left on the clock. All I need is a field goal or a touchdown, and this game is over. Defense is playing lights out. If we kick it off again, Bean ain't drove the length of the field and did nothing. We go to throw and try to get it, man, and it's what I got here. I got 4th and short. We're just trying. We don't need all of it, but we ran the ball. We end up 4th and 7. We get 4th and 7, and then we get a false start. Now we have to punt because we didn't take care of business on 1st, 2nd down. We didn't get anything. 2 minutes left. Offense took over. They ran all of 30 seconds off the clock. I literally had a bad feeling. I just knew that somehow, some way, Kansas was going to go down and score. I knew it. I didn't feel a stop at that point for some reason, and we've been getting stops all day. But we've had the penalties. We had guys. Um, it was just kind of more of the same stuff from last year, man. So we get a 4th and 6. Um, and we don't get lined up. We don't get lined up. We got guys scrambling to line up. I don't know what the issue is. Why is it taking us so long? It's 4th and 6. We can't get guys lined up because we're in man. If we're in zone, we're taking all the thought process out of it. Nobody has to figure out what man they got. They don't have to worry about their technique. We play the line of the game, and we got our eyes in the backfield ready to break on the ball. But you know what? You put the guys in man coverage, defensive coordinator. You made them think, and you took away their confidence in playing because we got guys in bail technique, and all they need is 6 yards. The corner is literally has his back to the quarterback, to the line of scrimmage, and bailing. And we give up a dig route underneath, inside curl, whatever you want to call it. It's wide open. It's not even close. When we didn't even have to put them in that situation. It was bad technique. We never got in the wide receiver's hit. He was off of him, started off of him 10 yards and stayed off of him 5. Wide open, first down. And now we got to let him score. Offense comes on the field. We actually go down and get a chance. And here's another coaching blunder on Jeff Lebby's part. Yes, you need a Hail Mary. Yes, it is a low percentage play. I never thought we would get it. But you raise the percentages if you have the right personnel on the field. This is who we had on the field to the bunch side that we were throwing the Hail Mary to. Jaleel Farouk, 6'1". Drake Stoops, 5'10". Austin Stogner, 6'6", but slow and unathletic with no hops. Where's Jaden Gibson? Where's Mr. Anderson? 6'5" and 6'4". You got Drake Stoops in the game. You got Jaleel Farouk and Austin Stogner. Your 2 biggest, most athletic receivers, you don't even have them on the play side. It's like you never even prepared for this situation. You never even fathomed that it's part of the game. Few ending notes, man. 10 points at a minimum every quarter, and we don't lose. 40 points. Anything else is cake. Our defense is not giving up 40 points. We did everything we possibly could to give this game away, and our defense did everything they possibly could to make sure we didn't give it away. But there's only so much they can do. Third down efficiency, we were 2 of 10. Way too many fucking jet sweeps. Excuse my language. I don't want to use profanity on this channel. I'm just extremely upset. Time of possession. I told y'all before, if you go back and watch my preseason video, time of possession was a problem last year. Even though we ran the ball like crazy against Kansas, it's Kansas. We broke the NCAA rushing record on Kansas. But time of possession, OU 28 minutes, 54 seconds. Kansas 31 minutes, 6 seconds. You have to control the time of possession. If you have a good defense and you control the time of possession, you get 10 points per quarter. You have a national championship recipe. The penalties, 11 penalties for 101 yards. I really don't even think the penalties hurt us that much. They hurt us in key spots, but we should have still been able to overcome them. We got work to do, man. You would think that coming off the bye week, we would be able to address a lot of things. But since we've come off the bye week, we've looked bad. We've looked terrible coming off a bye week against Kansas and UCF. Terrible. And if things aren't fixed and if things aren't figured out, we'll lose to Oklahoma State. I don't really like to overreact, and I don't really like to call for a coach's job. I'd rather see a coach figure it out. I'm not telling you I want Jeff Lebby to be fired, but God damn it. That's all I got, man. Drop down in the comments, man. I know the video was a little longer than usual, but we have to talk about it. I had to get it off my chest. I had to let y'all see where I was coming from. I know you're frustrated, Sooner Nation, but do understand we have a very good defense. It's only going to get better. We have the pieces on offense. I don't think this offensive system is for us, and I said that at the beginning of the year. I don't like it. I've never liked the spread offense. That's a spread passing offense. I don't mind the spread if we're going to run out of it. Inside zone, outside zone, counters, traps, trays, stretch, all that. But this mess that we're running and the plays that we're calling, we're not gonna win anything, especially not in the SEC with this garbage. That's all I got, man. Drop down in the comments, tell me what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I promise you I got some more fire coming from you. Until next time, Boomer Sooner, peace.